What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Michael, and today we're joined by a special guest. Today we're joined by my son, Max.
Aww.
Max, what's going on? Football? You play football? What position?
Wide receiver and safety.
Nice. And Max just turned 10, so everybody give Max a happy birthday, the Big 10. Comment below for Max. Guys, let's jump right into it. Today we're going to be talking about Hocus Pocus 2. I love Hocus Pocus. It was a big part of my childhood. I would watch it every year, and I began developing a sort of box set for Halloween, and I would watch the same movies over and over again, and Hocus Pocus was definitely one of those. Hocus Pocus 2 is set 29 years after someone lit the black flame candle and resurrected the Sanderson Sisters, and they are looking for revenge. Now it's up to 3 high school students to stop the ravenous witches from wreaking havoc on Salem. Now the big question is Hocus Pocus 2 better than the original? And I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not. Dang. The original Hocus Pocus had this great 90s feeling, and it's a cult classic that just can't be beat. And there's something special and magical about it, and that's why we continue to go back as fans and watch it over and over again. Max, what do you think about Hocus Pocus 2, and is it better than Hocus Pocus the original?
No, because there's like a different storyline.
Now, did you like the original characters better, or did you like the new characters in this movie?
No, I like the original.
I like the original too. I like the cat, and I like the brother and sister aspect of it. It's just a classic that can't be beat. But I will say these new characters are actually pretty good, and they surprised me, and we're gonna get into that right now. And you know what, guys? It's really hard to be better than the original. It's super rare. It's only for like Terminator 2 and Top Gun Maverick. So comment below, which movie do you think was better in the sequel? So this movie is really good. Right out the gate, you had 2 really good musical acts, but unfortunately you can't beat the originals. Like the original one is I Put a Spell on You, and that is on every Halloween CD and out there. I mean, it used to be a CD. I don't even know if they have it anymore, but every Halloween CD would include that song. And of course the other one that Sarah sings, and it's the what is it called with the children?
Come with me to...
Yeah. And that's her gift, is luring the children, and that song was so creepy and beautiful, and people love it. And the best part of the movie by far was the performances of the Sanderson sisters. Bette Midler as Winifred was fun, and she brought the same energy as she did in the first one. Sarah Jessica Parker too, she is just as silly and just as cute as she was. And also I like the new characters they introduced in this movie. You got Becca, Cassie, and Izzy. And these are the 3 high school girls that released the witches. 3 girls are so good and so charming on screen that I think they're gonna be the future of this franchise.
Right.
Another thing I liked about this movie is that now that Salem has been introduced to the Sanderson sisters, they kind of made them a local celebrity. So now all the teens and all the kids and a lot of the people are into the witches, and they start dressing up like them for Halloween. And then you have Sam Richardson, who plays Gilbert, and he's kind of like the bridge between the 2 movies, because he was a kid the first time the Salem witches came, and now that he's an adult, he's super into it. And like I said, they're all into it as a community. They love these witches. They want them to come back, and he has a hand in that. What's one of the things you didn't like about the movie?
I like him saying thy and thee and banish thee.
Yeah, there is a lot of like old English in this movie, like kind of like Shakespearean, so a lot of the younger generations are not gonna know what the heck's going on. Parents out there, make sure you explain that they used to talk different centuries ago. But now let's get into the negatives. It was not as scary as the original. I mean, even in the first one, you had a couple of jump scares. It was a little creepy. This one wasn't creepy at all. It was a little more on the fun side and a little more of the magical and whimsy side, but the first one is just better because it had a few jump scares, and it was more about the freaky side of Halloween. So overall, I had a really good time with it. It was a family fun movie. It was very entertaining, but it just didn't hold up to the original, and I think it could have used a little bit of a better musical act. Although they were both very good, when you compare them to the original, they were just better, and so I got to be a little more critical with this one. And also, they could have shaved some time off in the subplots. That's why I'm going to give Hocus Pocus 2 a B- or an 82 if you're a numbers guy. All right, Max, so now it's your chance. What do you give Hocus Pocus 2?
A B+. And if you're a numbers guy, I give it an 85.
All right, guys, so if you haven't seen Hocus Pocus 2, click away right now and then come back to the video, because we're about to spoil it right now. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, okay. So it's hard to do a video with my son because he's just cracking up. So one of the things I didn't like about the movie was that they took away Sarah's powers, and that was for her to lure the children, and she would sing her song. And immediately, even in the movie, she's like, I lost my purpose.
Now I'm useless.
Now I'm useless.
I didn't like how they put Walgreens in, and it's just like a 2020 like 2 vibe. And like I didn't like how in the end they were like shooting lasers, but like I can see like they wasn't coming out from their fingers, it was just coming out from like the video.
It gets kind of old. All the Sanderson sisters get the ability to shoot lasers and have powers, kind of like the way Winnie did, and it just kind of went nowhere. But it also got really, really silly. They started shooting it like guns, and I guess it can be kind of funny because they're really funny sisters, but the joke itself got kind of old.
So I like the original characters better because like the new ones were just like all over the place. Like they didn't know like what in the world to do.
And you liked the brother, what's his name?
Max
and
Danny.
And Max and Danny. And I agree. I think the original was kind of better. You can't beat the first kids. And they were a little older too. They were 17, right?
Yeah.
I think they were 17. This one they were 16. So they still had a little innocence to them. But I think the girls did good. I actually, with sequels, I always think they're going to suck. So what do you think about the music?
I didn't like it.
Didn't like it?
I liked like the Sanderson Sisters song. Like those are always good.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't like this song in the beginning. It was like,
oh, the witches are back?
no, like in the very beginning, like when like Becca was like going to school.
Oh, like when they played like the Monster Mash and stuff, like the soundtrack just to keep the movie going.
Yeah.
But I also like how they brought in the flashback to where the Sanderson sisters were little girls, and they introduced their mother witch, but it didn't really go anywhere with the mother witch, right? Like the older one. What'd you think about the mom witch?
She's alright. I just feel like she wasn't like there in like the beginning, and like she was like like she just like gave the book to her. She didn't like do anything, like show her a spell, like do spell for her.
Yeah. They kind of the mother witches gave them the book and just disappeared on them. That was so weird. And then she came back at the very, very end of the movie to follow the new girls. Well, it's kind of weird. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. Give Max a round of applause. First time on YouTube, and I hope he comes back. Let us know down below, comment below which movie you want us to review next. We can do another father-son one. We can do 2 kids together. We can do Max by himself. So anyways, guys, take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Have a happy Halloween. God bless, and we will see you on the next one.